Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Chef Vic Cuisine. Today, I'm making Kung Pao chicken. Now, if you have both of my cookbooks, you understand my love for Takeout. And I had to add this recipe in because of the delicious homemade marinade that really pulls this dish together. So, let's get started.
Okay, so for the ingredients, we're going to need 1 pound of chicken breast, thinly sliced. Then we're going to need some salt and black pepper to taste. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. 1 medium-sized zucchini. Half of a red bell pepper. 10 dried red chilies. 1/4 cup of roasted peanuts. 2 stalks of green onions that we're going to finely chop. And now for the chicken marinade, we need 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of mirin or rice sake, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and then half a teaspoon of brown sugar. And for the Kung Pao sauce itself, we're going to need 3 tablespoons of chicken stock, 1 1/3 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 3 cloves of garlic minced, 3/4 of a teaspoon of ginger grated, or you can use ground if you have it available, half a teaspoon of white pepper powder, and finally 1/4 teaspoon of red chili flakes. Alright, so to get things started, we're going to season our chicken breasts. And all we want to do is add a thin layer of salt and black pepper on both sides of the chicken breast and press that seasoning into the flesh. And then we want to thinly slice the chicken into small bite-sized pieces. And once that's done, we can set this chicken aside while we create the marinade. For the chicken marinade, we want to use a medium-sized bowl for this. And all you have to do is add in your low sodium soy sauce, your mirin, and your brown sugar. You want to whisk all those ingredients together until they're well combined. And then slowly pour in your cornstarch as you whisk to make sure all the cornstarch gets absorbed into your marinade. And so once your marinade is complete, we can add in our thinly sliced chicken breast pieces to the marinade bowl. And you want to give them a nice mix so that they're all fully coated with the marinade. And then we want to cover the bowl in plastic or lid and allow the chicken to marinate in the fridge for about 30 minutes to maximum overnight. Next up, let's create our Kung Pao sauce. So for that, we want to take our garlic cloves and mince them into small pieces, and you can do that either with a large knife, or if you have a garlic press, that makes the job a lot easier. And so in another medium-sized bowl, what you want to do is add in your chicken stock, your balsamic vinegar, your dark soy sauce, the oyster sauce, brown sugar, your cornstarch, sesame oil, as well as your freshly minced garlic, the grated ginger, the white pepper powder, and finally the red chili flakes. You want to whisk all these ingredients together until they're well combined, and that creates your Kung Pao sauce. And while we're mixing in these ingredients, make sure to mix in that like button, subscribe to this channel to see more recipes like this one, and hit the bell icon to be notified when my next video drops. And stay tuned until the end of this video for a sneak peek of the recipe coming next week. So with that being created, we can set that aside while we dice up the rest of the ingredients for the Kung Pao chicken. For the red bell pepper, what you want to do is create long, thin slices along the length of the half of the red bell pepper that you have. And then with those thinly sliced red bell pepper pieces, we want to quarter those. Moving on to the zucchini, you just want to remove the root and the stem of the zucchini and then slice it in half lengthwise. And then finally, you just want to slice along the length of both of those halves to create smaller semicircle zucchini pieces. And if you want them smaller like I normally do, you just want to stack those semicircle pieces and then cut those in half. And finally, for the green onions, to finally chop them, I like cutting along the bias or diagonally, starting from the tip of the green onion, and then I discard the white portion of the green onion. And at this point, we should be just about ready to cook the Kung Pao chicken itself. So we want to heat a large wok or frying pan over high heat or 450 degrees Fahrenheit or 232 degrees Celsius. And you want to add the vegetable oil to the pan. And we want to wait until the pan is nice and hot, and then we want to lay in our chicken pieces in a flat single layer, and we can discard any excess marinade. What we're looking to do here is create a nice good sear on both sides of the chicken to trap in that juiciness. And what we need to do is not touch the chicken pieces until they get a golden brown color on both sides, and this should take between 30 seconds to 1 minute. So after that time has passed, we can flip over the chicken and repeat it. So once that's done, all sides of the chicken should have a nice sear on them, and we can remove them from the hot pan. So now in a clean pan of the same size, we want to add in our zucchini, the red bell peppers, the dried red chilies, and the peanuts to the pan and saute them for about 2 to 3 minutes. Do your best to toss these ingredients often and mix them together just so they don't have a chance to burn on the hot pan. But after the 2 to 3 minutes of sauteing are up, we want to lower the heat on that stovetop to medium or 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius. And at this point we can add our chicken back into the pan. And now we want to add in our Kung Pao sauce. But before adding the Kung Pao sauce to the pan, make sure that we give it a nice stir in its bowl just to make sure that all the ingredients and the cornstarch in the Kung Pao sauce hasn't settled into the bottom of the bowl. Now we want to saute everything together for about 1 to 2 minutes until the sauce has thickened. Once the sauce is thickened, we can top the pan with our chopped green onions. Give it one more good mix and our Kung Pao chicken is ready to serve. So what I like to do is get a nice large serving bowl and fill the bottom of the bowl with a pad of freshly cooked white rice. And then on top of the white rice, I like to add a nice serving of the Kung Pao chicken. And as a final touch to the dish, I like to add on some additional chopped green onions and toasted sesame seeds. And you want to serve this hot and enjoy. And just like that, you've made Kung Pao chicken right at home. This is one of my favorite takeout dishes to make at home. It's filled with so many great flavors. It's a healthy option for dinner, and it cooks up in minutes. For an even healthier option, try substituting the white rice with brown rice instead. This recipe and many more can be found in my cookbook, Chef Vic Cuisine Volume 2, Elevating Your Inner Chef. And that's available on Amazon, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that in the description box. You can also click the link on the pop-up of the screen for more information. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this recipe, make sure to smash that like button for me, and if you want to see more recipes like this one, subscribe to my channel for more. And hit the bell icon to be notified when my next video drops. And stay tuned for next week where I show you one of my favorite salad recipes to make, the Cobb salad. I promise you're going to fall in love with this one. Well, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine. And until then, peace.